morning to my wonderful Vidyashriyans. I hope you all are safe at home and keeping yourself engaged by following certain timetable. I, Charu Goswami, your social science teacher, will be giving you brief description of the first chapter of geography, and that is environment. The very first thing that comes in our mind, that what does this word environment means? First of all, I want to tell you this word derives from the French word environ, which means neighborhood. So in simple words, we could say that whatever you see in your surrounding, like our house, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, even this marker, this board, all comes under the environment. So basically, environment is our basic life support system, and without that, we cannot survive. So the next question that comes after that, how this environment is changing. Yes, indeed, environment is changing because of the growing needs of ours, which are increasing day by day. Humans are modifying this natural environment according to their needs to live a more comfortable life. They made cars, they made bridges, they made factories, they made buildings and modifies this natural environment. So the next topic I would like to discuss today is the components of the environment. So basically, there are three components of the environment: natural environment, humans, and human-made or man-made environment. There is a slight difference between humans and human-made environment, but that we will discuss it later on. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the natural components of the environment. In simple words, we would say that air, water, and land are the natural components. Our nature is comprised with three basic things, that is land, which is called lithosphere, air, that is called atmosphere, and water, which is called hydrosphere. And when all these three components comprise together, they make biosphere, where living organism can exist, or in simple term, we can say life can exist. Now I would be discussing with you about the next component of the environment, and that is humans. What are humans? You, me as an individual. What else? Our families, neighborhood, society. But there are numerous other factors as well, like education, religion, etc., which affects the human mentality or set up the human environment. And last but not the least, component of the environment, that is man-made or human-made environment. There are certain physical factors that we establish, and that are roads, factories, building, bridges, which create human-made environment. So, my dear students, till now we have learned that there are three basic components of the environment, that is natural environment, humans, and human-made environment. Now I want to tell you about the biotic and abiotic components. In simple language, I would say like all the living things like plants and animals comes under the biotic components, and all the living things that like water, air, and land comes under the abiotic components. So all the living things are called biotic components, and all the non-living things are called abiotic component. Now the next topic I want to discuss with you is the domains of the environment, which are lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. So first of all, I want to discuss with you about the lithosphere. What is lithosphere? It is the solid crust or hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks, minerals, and is covered with the thin layer of soil. And it also provides us grassland, agricultural land, mineral wealth, etc. The next component of the The next component I want to discuss with you is atmosphere. What is atmosphere? It is the thin layer of air which surrounds the earth. It protects us from the scorching heat of the sun and also from the harmful rays. Now, next comes the hydrosphere. The domains of water is referred as hydrosphere. It includes the water bodies of the earth like rivers, oceans, lakes, etc. Next comes biosphere, when all these three components comprise and interact with each other, they create biosphere. So biosphere is where all living and non-living things interact with each other to support life. So in this chapter we have learned about what is the meaning of environment. Environment is the basic life support system, and without that we cannot survive. Now the next question we have discussed today is how this environment is changing and how humans are modifying this environment according to their needs. Now the next topic we have discussed today is components of the environment. There are three basic components of the environment: natural environment, humans, and human-made environment. The next topic we have discussed today about biotic components, that all living things comes under biotic component and all the non-living things comes under the abiotic component. The next thing we have discussed today about the lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. So this was the brief description of our first chapter of geography. I hope it will definitely help you out in understanding this chapter in much better way. Please pen down all your queries and we'll definitely solve that whenever we meet in person. Goodbye, my wonderful children. Take care, stay at home and study well.